Recording in progress.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing. Today is Saturday, the 30th of March, and the clocks go forward tonight. Let's have a look at, start with the synoptics. Okay, this is synoptics. This is midnight, just gone. Fairly slack isobars and no fronts. There is a trough coming through way out in the RSC, so nothing of importance. This is midday today, still very slack. This trough has approached a little bit further, but it will be clear today. And this is midnight tonight. Just have a look at midday tomorrow, and it still looks fairly clear of fronts. Winds at height, it's at 2,000 feet. It's 15 knots at 190. We'll look at the satellite picture, and just scrolling through day. There's some high cloud over the to the east of us, and not much affecting that. We look at the rain radar. That should be clear. That's the effect of that little ridge down there, I think. And this is the Met rain forecast. I'll just scroll through there. Maybe a few showers later on. This is 1:30. But nothing really to affect, I don't think. Looking at the public forecasts, looking at the sky, there's a relatively low cloud base, but I'm told that's from evaporation, and that should clear fairly soon. We'll have to work around that. The public forecast is saying we should have a nice afternoon. Winds are due south, fairly light, gusts are negligible, visibility good, 20 to 40k, and humidity is fairly low today. This is what the airfield looked like at 8:15 this morning, and this is what it looks like now. So I see they've got the windshock up. Looking at the METARs, the ads. So this is about 50 minutes ago, fairly low pressure. Nothing much to report there. They haven't got their TAF out. This is Farnborough's TAF. This is about 20 minutes ago. Still very light winds, southeasterly, good visibility, a few clouds at 2,000 feet. And I say we'll have to work around these clouds, but generally it looks good. Sky sight, this is Saturday today. Let's look at the strength, thermal strengths. It's promising us 3-knot thermals and going up to 3,000 feet AGL. Maybe as high as 3,200 feet AGL. This is over Lasham this afternoon. Again, very light winds, southwesterly, negligible gusts. And okay, this is the Lasham Weather Centre itself. You see that yesterday afternoon it was gusting up to 32 knots at some times, and today looks calm. And we did have a lot of rain yesterday morning, but it seems to, the ground is not as wet as I thought it would be today. No TAMS, nothing really much to affect. The danger area at Lark Hill is active all day until 5 p.m. But other than that, fairly clear. And let's just have a look at the airfield setup. Okay, instructors today on site, we have Dave Williams, John Baxter, and it's the cadets this afternoon. So we'll have Malcolm George and another instructor working with those after 1 o'clock. Glider availability, all club gliders are booked. Movements, there will be none today. And we are setting up on runway 27 and gridding on the runway. So we'll just have a quick look at the setup. So there's a couple of cones there, and people have, thank you very much for gridding, forming two queues behind the cones. We're trying to keep the gliders on the grid to the south side to allow the tugs and backtracking gliders to pass to the north side to get to the back of the grid. The winch will be on the end by the perry track, and will be operating 2/7. Cables coming down the south side with the boom out on the retrieve truck on the hard, and we will be aerotowing on the north side adjacent to the launch point vehicle. Once we're set up, we're going to move the launch point vehicle back slightly and out once the free passage to the north of the airfield for towing out gliders is no longer required. If the grid is large, we will sort of morph it into normal club activities. We'll move the gliders forward, or possibly the launch point vehicle back, and we'll just launch as if it's a standard club day. If the grid is large, and I think there are about 25 gliders out there at the moment, we will clear the runway of the launch point vehicle and the fire truck, and we will exclusively aerotow from the runway, and we'll resume winching once the grid is gone. We may move later in the day to runway 23, depending on the strength of the wind. Remember that the launch point vehicle is always orientated to the direction of our runway in use. So do have a good look before you join your circuit. And if you're not sure, just give us a call on the radio. Circuits to runway 27, south side circuit lands on south side grass. North side circuit lands on north side grass. And the tug usually does a north side circuit, will be landing on north grass as well. Issues today, we have quite a few people who are unfamiliar with Lasham or new here, so welcome to them. The grass is wet, and in some places it's very soft, so do be careful on landing with over braking, because the glider will skid. Another thing, final note, is a lot of the pilots will be out of currency, will be rusty. Most of the stupid incidents that happen at Lasham happen in the first few weeks of the season, so extra caution, please. And let's all have a fabulous day flying. I'll take a view as to what this lower cloud base is doing. But we're going to start winching as soon as we can, possibly as early as 9:30. All right, have a great day, and I shall see you out there shortly. Thanks very much.